everybody, welcome. My name is Chef Rob. I hope everybody is doing well out there. Today we're going to get ready for autumn by making an autumn sheet pan dinner with sausages, chicken, and apples. It's got some vegetables in it, a little bit of spice, really nice dinner. Sheet pan dinners are getting so popular. Everything cooks on one pan, and you could even just take it out and put it right on the center of the table. Everybody dives in. It has all your vegetables, all your meats. It's got some fruit in there with the apples, so really good. So I hope you'll make this. So the first thing we want to do is cut up some chicken. So I am taking one large chicken breast. You want about 1 pound of chicken breast, chicken tenders, or boneless chicken thighs. Okay. So we are just going to trim this a little bit, and then we're going to work on our sausage. I'm going to give you some different ways that you could do this. So I have a sheet pan right here. I put some aluminum foil right on it. It makes for cleaning up really, really easy because you're going to be cooking this in a 400-degree oven. Okay. So I'm just going to trim off this little bit of fat right here and just check around it. Okay, we don't want that fat in us. And always raw chicken, 2 days in the refrigerator, no longer. Always should have a really good coloring to it. When you press down on it, it should kind of bounce right back. If your thumb goes into it and it stays down, it is getting on the older side. Okay, so I am just going to butterfly this just a little. Open that up, and then we're just going to cut this into chunks. And then always use a different cutting board and a different knife for the raw chicken. Okay. So I'm just going to cut this in a big, thick strips. And now just into little chunks just like this. Okay, little cubes. And we just throw everything right onto the sheet pan. Okay. We're going to use some Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts in the fall are so good. I have a video out with a shaved Brussels sprout salad with dried cranberries in it, apples. Really delicious. So look at it. Look for it out there. And we'll just finish this chicken up right here. I'm just going to scoop this right on to the tray. Actually, I want to give the tray just a quick spray so nothing sticks to it. Put that right down on here. I'm going to put this over to the side so I don't use that and I don't use the same knife. And now we're going to work on our sausage. The sausage, you can use sweet Italian sausage, the hot Italian sausage, chicken sausage, turkey sausage, whatever you want to use. Okay, I am using some chicken sausage. There are so many out there right now, different sausages, so use your favorite one. There's some vegetable ones that you can use as well. I'm going to cut this into about 1/3 inch cubes. Okay. If you put this in the freezer for a little while, makes it nice and easy to cut, especially if you don't have a sharp knife. So you get a little frost on them, and then it will make it really easy to cut. Okay, put this on here with the chicken. Okay, everything goes together now. I'm just going to get another cutting board, get a new knife, and we'll add our vegetables to this. Okay, so we're going to take half of a medium-sized onion, and we're just going to cut this into cubes. So I'm just going to cut this down all the way here, and then just kind of break it like this. Drop this onto our chicken and our sausage. If you want to do pork tenderloin with this, that would work as well. I'm going to take 3 cloves of garlic. Just going to smash that down. And then we're just going to mince this really good. It's about 1 tablespoon's worth of garlic. And this is going to go in the 400 oven for about 15 minutes. Okay, just take this, put it right on top. Don't worry, everything's going to get mixed in a little bit. We're going to take our Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts gotten so popular. I'm going to cut off the little ends here. Just take off these little leaves on the outside here. And then we are going to halve these and put them on the same tray. And our last one, and now we are just going to split these in half, just like that. These are pretty large ones, so they're going to hold up really well. Whenever you can, go to the local farm stand to buy them. They're so good when they're fresh like that. It's starting to look like fall, that sheet pan right there. And then we're going to cut up some sweet potato. Okay, so let's go on to our sweet potato. We're just going to peel that, the sweet potato, and we're going to cut it into about 3/4 inch cubes. Okay. So the sweet potatoes typically, I'm on Long Island, so you typically get them in between October and the middle of December, where they are the best. They should be a deep orange color inside. Sweet potatoes have such better flavor than the yams. When the sweet potatoes aren't around and you're using the yams, they will work. It will be fine. But sweet potatoes are the best. If you can also switch this out with butternut squash. That would work as well. So let's take the sweet potato, go right down the middle, lay it flat down, and then in about 3/4 of an inch cubes. And then we're going to spread this throughout the sausage and the Brussels sprouts and the onions. Carrots on this would be good as well. It's looking like fall, right? If you like a little bit of like a pumpkin pie spice on here, just a little bit, that would work well. Okay, all of a sudden a small amount of food, you know, with the chicken, and you add the vegetables, it becomes a big dinner. This is going to feed about 4 people. Okay, I'm going to use some good cooking apples. I'm using the Braeburn. The Braeburn are really good for cooking. So I am just going to cut these into nice chunks. Just go right up against the core. And chunks just like this. Perfect. 1 to 2 apples, depend on, you know, how much you want. You could change it around with a little bit more of the Brussels sprouts, the apples, the sweet potatoes. It's really a preference. I'm going to take some fresh thyme. The fresh thyme, just about a teaspoon's worth of the fresh thyme. Okay, so I'm just going to take it right off here. Just get rid of that little branch there. A little bit more. Fresh thyme is so good. You could also add sage to this or rosemary. Either all of them together or just one of them would be fine. I'm just going to chop this up really nice and small and just sprinkle that on this dish right here. Some extra virgin olive oil, about 1/4 of a cup, okay? So it's going to get really nice and coated. A little bit of kosher salt. That's going to make everything just pop with the flavors. And some fresh ground black pepper. Now we want to toss this to coat it. Then we're going to put it in the oven for about 15 minutes. You could always take this, put it in a bowl ahead of time, and then put it onto the pan if that seems to work better for you. But this, you're just messing up one pan and that is it. So you do want to make sure all that chicken and sausage is laying flat onto the pan and spread out nicely. That way it gets cooked through to 165. Just like that. We're going to pop this into the oven, 400 for 15 minutes. So 15 minutes has gone by, and now what I want to do is just mix the sweet potatoes, the apples, Brussels sprouts, sausage, chicken, and make sure everything gets moved around and gets cooked nice and evenly. We're going to pop this back in the oven for another 15 minutes or until the apples, the sweet potatoes are nice and tender. Okay? So make sure you check everything that it's fully cooked and the way you like it. We'll put this back in the oven. So we cooked this for a total of 30 minutes. I'm just going to take some fresh Italian flat parsley, give it a nice chop, and just sprinkle that all over this dish. You can put this on a really beautiful serving platter, or if it's one of those weeknight meals that you get home from work, you got the kids, this is perfect just like this, and you scoop it right out, enjoy dinner. Just a little bit more kosher salt, just a sprinkle right on top, and you have a really beautiful dinner. This is really easy. Sheet pan dinner is getting really popular. It's almost like the slow cookers now. Getting really popular. So everybody enjoy it, and please make this with your family. Bye-bye. And I guess that's why they call it the blues.